This is a Tape Deck podcast.
Yeah, didn't it just count down?
Yes.
We are recording.
I was looking at my phone. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Inside the Runners Studio. This is your host, Tom, and with me as always are Aaron, Michael,
Very
and Diana.
Oh, God, we got another countdown today.
These are getting more. They're getting more aggressive as we go.
This is what the people wanted.
Tom's like, I'm quitting. I'm out.
I love it.
Done. It's gold. This is podcast gold.
And we're joined by our friend Brittany. Hi, Brittany.
Hello.
We're so happy to have you on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm excited.
Absolutely. You were telling us you binged all of our episodes on the way
God.
to Florida.
I did. I've been catching up here and there, but it was a binge session last weekend, and I laughed and talked back to y'all, but to myself in the car the whole way.
Oh, God.
Did it get
We're
better
sorry.
as it moved on?
I think so. It made me want to talk to y'all even more.
There you go.
Oh, see, and now you're actually talking to us.
I love it.
Exactly. Here I am. I guess I manifested it in the car ride. Or Erin was tired of all the questions I sent her afterwards on my thoughts.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It is funny when people go back and listen. We'll get a random email or message or comment of something that we don't even remember talking about. We're like, was that an opinion we had? Because
Oh my
I
God,
don't know if that was
Right.
a thing.
I sent Erin a huge list of here are my thoughts on the episode
That's
from
amazing.
3 months ago.
It was really funny. It was really funny. We had a call back last night, right, to Michael's fecal matter in the mud for mud
Oh,
runs.
I knew exactly what that was. Yeah, I remember that.
I kind of remember
That's
that.
a strong opinion of mine.
That is a strong
That's true.
opinion that Michael has, that if you do a mud run, you're basically just going through feces for some reason.
Well,
Yeah.
We always
Much
remember
like
the
not
we always
signing up
remember the
for
good
mud
stuff.
Oh, gosh. All right.
oh, goodness. So,
All right, so Brittany, you know the drill. We're going to ask you some running-related questions, some non-running related questions, and get to know you. But before we do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Brittany. I live in Birmingham, Alabama, originally from the Panhandle of Florida. I have been married to Kenny for coming up on 5 years, and we just had our sweet baby boy earlier this year.
oh, congratulations.
That sums me up in one. Thank you.
Okay. No, that's great.
Now you're living that mom life.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I love it.
She posted today with her scavenger hunt, and she had him with her
Aw.
while they were looking for stuff.
I love
Adorable.
that.
It was
Oh.
adorable.
He probably wasn't supposed to smile at the gravestone, but he's the happiest baby. So he smiled.
Yep.
That's fine. That's good.
Oh, goodness. I love it. Awesome. So I think we're going to jump right in with our questions. So, how long
right.
have you been running and what got you started?
I have been running for about 11 years, and I started with the Couch
Wow.
to 5K program with 2 of my friends from college. And this was after we had graduated, but we started with that, did our first 5K that December, kind of liked it a little bit. Continued to we did a corporate to 5K at the office. And I did
nice.
that, got hooked up with a running group there. They talked me into my first half, and the rest is history.
Do you have a place you'd most like to run in the world, or a bucket list race? Doesn't have to be a race, but
I would love to go run in Hawaii. And over the
yeah.
I have 2, I should say. Would love to go run in Hawaii. And then the last couple of years, Boston has really been on the list. I will never qualify
Ooh.
for it, so it will have to be through charity.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there's something about it. I want to do it.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's become more and more, it's always been a thing, but I don't know whether just more in the community that I've been in. I feel like the charity way of going has become a huge
Yeah.
thing in the last few years.
I agree. I don't think I even knew it was a way to get to Boston until my best friend did it several years ago. And then I've just followed since then. I was like, oh, okay, so we don't have to qualify. There are options.
There are options.
Mm-hmm. So do you run with music?
This is a yes and no. Not really, but I've recently really started doing the Peloton classes. So in a way, yes.
Oh.
But I'm doing it more to have the
Gotcha.
instructor talking to me the whole time.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I don't do straight music.
Do you do the Peloton, like run when you're running outside? Do you just do the Peloton classes like in your ear?
Yes, and I've also been doing the Peloton outdoor classes.
Okay.
So I start with the Peloton outdoor and then, or I pick a treadmill one and I do it outside and just have my earbuds
Gotcha.
in.
Gotcha. Yeah, my friend Nikki does those. She really likes them. She's got certain ones that she says she just does over and over again that she likes. And she said she's tried a couple that she doesn't like, but she usually realizes that pretty quick. So I feel like I need to do that just so I have somebody in my ear, especially on the treadmill because I get kind of bored. So to have somebody be like, do this different thing, I think would be helpful.
It makes a treadmill run go by so fast, or faster. Let me not exaggerate. It goes by faster because you're not worried about how long you're on there.
That's fair.
You're listening to, hey, speed up, slow down, go interval. Like you're waiting for the next thing they're going to say. So it helps me.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right, so I know my answer to this, but would you run a race without a medal?
A 5K, 10K, yes. Above that, I'm going to need something. But a lot of the 5Ks, I do are for a specific reason. So like one I do every year is Rump Shaker for colon cancer in memory of my dad. I will do that race every single year, no medal required. So 5Ks, 10Ks, I'm more lenient. Above that, I'm going to need something shiny.
That's fair. That's a great answer.
That's a fair one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ooh, all right. So Michael and Aaron actually added a few new questions today. So
Not to throw you off.
Literally as we were sitting here today. Yeah.
They were just typing them. This was actually pretty easy, but it's always interesting to hear people's responses. So do you actually break your shoes in, or do you just take them out of the box and go whatever distance you're going to do?
I won't take them out of the box and go do a race, but I'm not going to break them in with 1 or 2 miles. I'm going to, whatever I'm running that day, I run them in, but not for a race.
Got it.
So if you were running, like if you had a training run that was like 12 miles, which is pretty close to basically a half marathon, would you go that far?
Probably so, because I'm glutton for punishment.
Okay.
Look, this is the right answer. We all know this is the correct answer.
Michael sticks his
also,
shoes on.
don't ask me the last time I got new shoes, so we don't have to worry about breaking them in.
Don't tell Mallory that.
I was going to say, Mallory, cover your ears.
Michael took these shoes out of the box last weekend and then went and ran like 18 miles in them. And I'm like, what? What is happening?
Hey, look.
I think it was only
I'm
like
with you,
14.
Michael.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a longer distance than most people would go.
I feel like you added these questions so that you could get confirmation on these decisions.
That's very sneaky.
It was not to get confirmation of my opinions being correct. I swear.
We're going to move into the random questions. What is your favorite breakfast food?
Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit or cheese grits.
Oh.
And let me clarify. I don't mean grits with a slice of cheese on top of them. Like you Northerners do cheese grits. These are baked cheese grits, and they're fabulous.
I was just going to say, you're from the South, so I feel like when you're talking about cheese grits, you're doing them right.
Yes.
Reminds me of
There's a lot of cheddar cheese in them.
My cousin Vinny quote, like, no self-respecting Southerner.
See, I've only...
Uses instant grits.
This is going to cause a problem, but I've only eaten grits with sugar. Like cream of wheat.
Oh, God.
because they were delicious.
You're breaking Brittany's heart.
Sorry,
Look at
Brittany.
her face. We're sorry, Brittany. We're sorry.
To be fair, all
I'm
those shrimp
thinking
and
I will
grits
have to make cheese grits for February and bring them to Orlando, and y'all are just going to
Okay.
have to find some way to heat them up.
To be fair, I've had cheesy grits probably with shrimp and grits, so I have had
Okay.
in that way. I will say.
This took a weird grit tangent.
Southerners are passionate about their food.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Is this
Oh,
me?
it's me, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I got lost in the grits.
See?
If you could be the member of any TV family, which would it be and why?
This one is such a tough one for me. My first reaction is Gilmore Girls, just because I could drink all the coffee I want and not be judged. And I know like every quip that they say
Yes.
in there. So I'm going to stick with that. That just seems more my personality.
I love it. And I feel like that's a quintessential like fall show, and it feels very fall-y today.
Yes.
All right, Brittany.
Ooh.
The zombie apocalypse is coming. Who are the 3 people you would want on your team?
The Rock.
Ooh.
Oh.
And really, do we need anyone else if I have The Rock?
I mean, it's a good first choice.
But let's go Rock. Ryan Reynolds, because why not? Gotta have something to look at. And I'm going to go with an odd choice here and say Sandra Bullock.
Interesting.
And it's probably because I recently watched Lost City.
Oh
And
God, we did.
She
watch
didn't
that.
survive great in that, but
It's
at least I
so
would be
good.
laughing. And again, we have The Rock.
Yeah,
I love
I
it.
feel like maybe The Rock would be like, is he distracting the zombies by trying to sell them tequila all the time? Because I feel like that's like all he does now.
Oh my
Or is
gosh,
he like
so
trying
funny.
to get them branded and synergized into his brand? Or
I
So
also
see, I have The Rock there to fight them and to keep us having tequila. So it's all good.
I also love how you went the way I would go, which I'd pick celebrities. Like I would pick no one I knew.
No,
like it
absolutely
would
not.
like
They're not going to help me. They're going to run.
yeah. It's like me. Like whenever we ask this question, I'm like, I'm the last person you want on your zombie
Yes.
apocalypse team. It's not me.
Diana and I are very much team, not us.
No, not it.
I agree with that.
I love it. Ooh, all right. So I've got the next question, and it's: do you have a recurring dream or nightmare?
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people do though.
Yeah, I do.
yeah, I don't think I do.
No, wow. I
When I'm
definitely do.
super stressed at work, I will dream about what's happening there.
About
But
work.
that's not really recurring and it's
Yeah.
not really fun.
Fair.
And look, continuing on with the new questions on the fly. Are you a homebody or are you always on the go?
I am always on the go. I think this is actually the 1 weekend this month we are here.
Oh, see, look, we caught you
we
right
just-
on time.
Exactly. We travel a lot to see family. We travel a lot just to travel. And then even when we are in town, we're just doing something all the time. And thankfully, Benjamin has been really great with it. And he is a go with the flow baby.
Nice.
Love it.
Nice.
And he loves it. So we will continue to take him places as long as he's this easy.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you start them out as young as they are, like that young, I feel like it just like teaches them that that's just life, right? So
Yeah.
they just get used to
Exactly.
that lifestyle.
Mhm.
That's what they're good. And then also, just side note on how dumb I am, because I just glanced down at that question without really
Did
reading
you?
it. And
I
I
know
thought
what
the
you
question was, are you a homeboy? And I was like,
I think about it every time I've looked at it. I thought the same thing. I'm like, did I mistype that?
Brittany, are
what
you
are
a
you
homeboy?
asking?
Brittany, are you a homeboy?
I'm y'all's homeboy, I guess.
Okay.
A
All right.
homeboy or what? Like,
I'm like, we are really familiar right now. It's fine.
Oh man,
We've leveled up the friendship.
Yes, we have.
All right, so we head into the James Lipton Memorial section, and we start with, what is your favorite word?
I'm going to say my favorite word's y'all. It's convenient. It covers everything.
It's super inclusive. We were actually just talking about that at a work meeting, about how y'all is like ultimately inclusive of all.
It is.
Literally all.
Yep.
It's also,
you
it's also
could just
in
say-
the title of the review you left.
Yes.
It is, which I thought was appropriate. I mean,
Michael says that I can't say y'all, even though I've come to say it a lot because of
You're not
all of
supposed to. You're
you.
supposed to say use. We live in New Jersey.
I think you can absolutely say y'all because it just makes more sense. I give you permission.
See, the Southerner has given.
You
me
can say
permission.
it, but people will look at you weird up here. Like,
Sure.
just because it's unusually. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It just has sort of become like I feel like the Mouseketeer vernacular is partly y'all.
Look, don't argue in front of our guest.
What is your least favorite word?
Nooch.
What?
And it's not even a word is the problem.
I'm like, what
Almost
is,
you're like,
what is a new
Pardon?
Selena uses it as her shortened version for neutral.
Oh.
And it gets under my
I could see
skin
that,
every freaking time.
I could see how that
So
would be.
nooch.
Yeah.
Look at her very matter-of-fact face right
Wow.
now. It's just
Stupid.
like-
I'm passionate about it.
Oh god, that's so funny.
All right. So the next two questions, we're going to have to turn these lights down.
Oh God.
The first one is what turns you on, and before you answer, you please feel free to give a nooch answer. You don't have to go too extreme. You don't have to, downplay it. You could just be nooch if you want. But Brittany, what turns you on?
A caring heart.
Very nice.
I love that. And what turns you off?
People who use nooch after I say it's my least favorite
There you
word.
go. There you go.
Now
Disrespect.
That's it. I apologize.
Just the
You
disrespect.
you heard it here first.
Oh goodness. All right. What sound or noise do you love?
My baby boy's giggle.
Oh
No.
my goodness.
If I could bottle that sound up.
So cute. And then what sound or noise do you hate?
People eating.
Oh yeah. It's the worst. It's the worst thing.
What is your favorite curse word that you like to say when you hear people eating?
I know, I'm disappointing. It's different from everyone else, but it's or
No,
shiza.
actually, we literally just got it last episode.
Yes. So you'll be two
There you
in a
go.
row with that word.
It's
yes.
a very big day.
I feel like it's making a comeback.
Making a comeback.
Yes.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
I would love to open a bakery, but the fear of failure stops me.
Do you bake?
I do. I love to bake cupcakes. And
Mm.
every month for Benjamin's monthly photos, I do the number of months he is. I do a picture with that many cupcakes. But of course,
Oh.
I bake like 2 dozen and just use 8 for the picture. So my coworkers are quite happy when I bring in leftovers.
There
I
you
love
go. And what profession would you not like to attempt?
I just don't think I would be good as a doctor. Nothing grosses me out. I just don't think I would be good at it.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. The whole thing is overwhelming.
All right, Brittany. Well, I get the privilege of asking you our final question, but before I do, thank you very much for being on with us.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you.
So, Brittany, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I really hope my dad's standing there with him and says, "I'm proud of who you've become."
Oh,
I love that.
Lost him when I was 8. So I would like to
Aw.
think that he's looked on over my life.
Mhm.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely has.
For sure.
Are there any shout outs you'd like to give? Any words of wisdom that you'd like to leave us with?
Just keep listening. Y'all are fun. It's a great group. And thank y'all for having me. And I think I used y'all 4 times in that.
I love it.
That's the
I
way
love
to
it.
do it. Thank
I'm gonna
you
bleep.
so much.
I'm gonna bleep them all.
You're gonna bleep the alls.
So then they
Please
just
do.
think she's swearing.
It's
Yeah.
now just gonna
It's gonna
be
sound like it was just a
My text
string
will
of
be
swears.
blowing up.
Yeah.
Like, Brittany, that's not you.
It's so funny.
All right. Well, again, thank you very much for being on. And I will awkwardly close this out by saying we will talk to you later.
Awesome. Thanks, Brittany.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Just keep listening. They're fun. It's a great group. And for having me. And I think I used 4 times in that.